hello and welcome. Today we're gonna learn how to drive a manual Porsche without any auto rev match assist or computer assist or features, just a good old 6-speed manual, maybe 7-speed if you got one of the newer ones. 3 pedals and let's go. So if you're new to manuals, just real quick, you don't have your foot on the clutch. You can go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I like to do is kind of when I'm going over, I like to do a deliberate over and up. And then if I'm going a second and over and down, some people like to pull at a diagonal, kind of like that. But just to make sure that you're going into the right gear, and maybe later down the road, you can start going diagonal for speed shifting. But I like to go over and down, over and up. Very deliberate with your action. You're never gonna miss a shift if you keep doing that. A lot of guys on track, when they go from second to third real fast, sometimes they go second to first, let out their clutch at red line, money shift, see you later. So we're gonna go over and down, really like lateral and vertical movements. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is learn how to get off from a go. Syncing the audio. Okay, so we've got our gas, brake, clutch. This is a dead pedal right here, all right? So first thing we're gonna do is put the clutch in, turn the key on, make sure we're in neutral. I like to put the exhaust on so we can hear, okay? So, how do you get off from a start, okay? We're not gonna use any gas at all. We're gonna put the clutch in, go in first gear, and what we need to do is find the, as we release the clutch, where the clutch grabs, okay? So we're gonna go comically slow on the release, okay? We're gonna use no gas. Oh, we're moving forward. This is how you start a Carrera GT, by the way, okay? Still slow in the clutch, and now we're released. Look at that, we use no gas at all. Now, the addition of the gas can help you out. So, we found out that so you're gonna release the clutch very, very slow, so the car starts moving forward, and then once it is, you're gonna slowly add in the gas, okay? So practice that in the parking lot. All right. I'm on a hill right now, turn signal, put it in neutral, back it up, put it in first, put a clutch. All right, and we're off. So, really what you want to do is kind of learn how to commute in a manual before you start racing it around. That's going to be the point of this video here. Get on my pedals. Great. So if you want to rev match down to second, clutch, second, now the revs have dropped, so we're taking way too long. Add some gas, lip it up, okay? Upshifts are easy. Clutch in, pull back in the fourth. So this car has a lightweight flywheel in there, so that means that the longer you take to push the clutch, once the clutch is pushed in, your revs are gonna start dropping down. And they're gonna drop pretty fast compared to a dual mass flywheel, so a little rev match. So I'm gonna go from third to fourth, and you're gonna see how fast these revs drop, okay? Because there's a lightweight flywheel. That was pretty fast, okay? So if I wanna go to fifth, right now I'm kind of on a big hill, so I don't really wanna do that, but I kinda wanna do it pretty quick. And now from the lower the RPM, the less gas you need to input to rev match to a lower gear. So we're at 2,000 RPMs right now, and if I wanna go to fourth gear, I probably need around 2,500 RPM. So I'm gonna put the clutch in. As the clutch is in, I'm gonna go to fourth, add some gas, and then once that blips up, I'm gonna release the clutch. Just like that, okay? And if I want to go into third, I need to go from 2,000 RPM, maybe to 4. It's better to add more gas than less gas. And so, right now we're just commuting. I'm not trying to go fast. And I would just practice 4th to 3rd. So right now I'm in 4th gear. I want to go into 3rd. I'm at 3,000 RPM. Little rev match. So clutch in, put it in 3rd, tap the gas, release the clutch. Okay? And as a default, in case you get confused out there driving your first manual Porsche, you can always go slow on the clutch release, but just keep in mind that if you have a lightweight flywheel, maybe you got a new 911 ST, God bless you, you know, if you do a slow clutch release, that will kind of paper over all bad manual driving. So I could do a 3rd to 4th, really slow on the clutch, see how the revs went down and then they came back up, so I was too slow on the clutch. So if I want to go into 5th gear, or right now I want to go from a 5th to 4th to 3rd rev match, maybe even 2nd. Now you can take off if you want. Tires are warmed up. Take it to red line. Slow down, brake, heel toe to 3rd. So as I'm braking, I'm covering the brake pedal and I'm rolling onto the gas, okay? Put it in 4th. You can upshift as fast as you want. The faster you upshift, the better. Just be a little mechanically sympathetic on your transmission. You don't want to really sidestep the clutch. Sidestepping the clutch is when you pretty much just push the clutch in and you let the spring like release the clutch back up to its up position. So right now, all we're going to do is just commute very slow on this road. Now you could keep it in 3rd gear this whole time and you have plenty of revs and whatnot, but that's not the point of this video. So I want you guys to learn how to drive your Porsche better. So right now we have probably a 2nd gear left turn ahead of us. So let's take our time. I'm gonna rev match to 3rd. Okay, I'm gonna hit a little bit of the brake. Let go of the brake, clutch in, rev match to 2nd. Now we're in the turn. We're gonna gas out, shift that 4,000 RPM, a little bit of brake. I wanna rev match to 2nd, clutch in, rev match, release the clutch once we're in 2nd gear, okay? We are not gonna do any heel towing right now. Upshift to 3rd. Great. Upshift to 4th. Great. Take your time. There's no rush. I want everyone out there, the best way to get good at driving manual is to truly drive manual every day and practice this. I've had people out there tell me, oh, heel toe is only for the track. Bullshit. How do you think you'd learn to drive fast on the track if you never learn how to heel toe? I mean, like at slow speeds. You can heel toe, rev match, but all these slow speeds. So, you know, like right now I'm in 4th gear, cruising along. If I want to go into 3rd, what are we gonna do? Clutch in, the revs just dropped. Okay, now we're gonna put in the 3rd, give it some gas, and then release the clutch, okay? Take your time. If I wanna go into 2nd, I probably need around 3,500 RPM. So I'm gonna clutch in, go back over down to 2nd, add some gas and release the clutch. Just like that. Sounds pretty good. It helps to have a car that you can hear in the back. This is gonna blow your mind. So you hear it right now. So now the sport exhaust is off. Let me show you a downshift. it sounds like a Dyson vacuum cleaner. So I really like having the exhaust on so you guys can learn from that. And that's why I say, you know, people say that, you know, the Porsche gearing is too long. Yeah, I can keep it a second the whole time, but like there's just no fun in that. So don't be afraid to, you know, shift at like, you know, 4,000 RPM, you know, make 4,000 RPM like your red line, so to speak. Third, add some gas. Lightweight flywheel, we're gonna be fast on the upshifts. And when you have a lightweight flywheel, you don't need as much throttle input to spin the motor up to a higher RPM for a lower gear. It's one thing you'll learn, okay? So if you ever hop into a car with a lightweight flywheel, you might find yourself over revving the car for the first few shifts. So right now, I'm gonna go in a second. It's beautiful out here, guys. We're in the middle of nowhere. People ask where I live. I say, Mexico. Bienvenidos. So I really want you guys to practice just rev matching your downshifts, okay? And if you have to brake, just brake, let off the brake, then do your downshift. My audio, so a little off on the clutch. All right, guys, so I want you to start practicing just your regular driving. All we're doing is cruising along, okay? Find yourself a nice road that you can just sweep around. Now let's say a deer pops out at his mailbox. You're gonna brake, clutch in, neutral, okay? Come to a stop, okay? We're gonna call that our brake to neutral, okay? So I think I have to get going, clutch in first, a little bit of gas, slow on the clutch. Go in the second, third, fourth, third. Little rev match down. You can wind out third. Keep it in third for this. We'll hop into fourth. Don't worry about your shoes. Wear whatever shoes are comfortable to you, okay? And let's say, once again, you know, like let's say this SUV up here is a red light, okay? So I'm gonna go clutch in to neutral. I'm gonna brake to a stop if you want. Maybe the light turned green, clutch in. A little bit of rev match the second, let it out. Cruise along. For some people it might be obvious, but for others maybe not so much. You know, if you're gonna build your revs up like this, don't cruise around slowly in a high RPM. You're gonna look like an asshole. So it's upshift. You know, choose your own red line. Maybe 4,000 is a really good red line for beginners. So we'll stick with that. And we're just commuting along. That's all we're doing. That pedal right here, third gear, we'll rev match the third, no brake needed. Now up here, we're gonna need the brake, okay? We're gonna brake and rev match into second, okay? So brake, release the brake, clutch in, second gear rev match. All right, I'm gonna keep it in second. Actually, I'm gonna put it in first. Nah, I'm gonna keep it in second. I'll carry some speed. It's very busy out, so we're not gonna go do anything crazy. Pop it in the third. And if you just keep doing this every day, you'll get better at driving manual. And like, if you can master this, eventually you're gonna start linking these turns back to back. You're gonna start compressing your braking zones. You're gonna start compressing the time it takes for you to rev match down into second, third, or whatever. And you'll become a better driver. And if you only save this technique for the track, you'll like never learn. Unless you go to the track every single day. You know, it's just unrealistic. So, fourth gear. Even go into fifth. And let me show you a rev match down to second, okay? So fourth, third, and now we're getting pretty high up, so if I want to go into second, I'm gonna need a big throttle input. So let's do it right now. There you go. All right, I'm gonna brake to neutral. All right, so I wanna go just cruise along here for this next part of the journey. Clutch is in, I'm letting it out slow. A little bit of gas. Again, and we're not like you don't want any of that. Just go slow with the clutch. Slow with the gas and slow with the clutch. I'm now going to teach you guys how to do heel towing for this part of the educational demonstration. So to heel tow, you're going to want a higher gear. So we're going to heel tow to third gear, okay? So we're cruising along. And let's say this slight right turn up here, I want to be in third gear and takes the speed off. I'm going to cover the brake, clutch in, third, roll on the gas, get the blip, let the clutch out, okay? Now it's pretty slow, so let me show you what it looks like fast, all right? So let's say by this car up here on the left, the silver car, I want to heel tow down to third gear. Let me show you how quick, you should be able to do it. So this braking zone, it's one of those, okay? But remember, take your time. So let's do a heel tow for this right turn, a little bit of brake, okay, clutch in, third, a little bit of gas. We're rolling on the gas. There's no literal physical heel tow. We can call it left part of the right foot on the brake, and then right part of the right foot on the gas. We're just rolling on the gas, okay? Let's say I want to go put it in fourth, add some speed. You know what? This right turn right here, I want to be in third. Brake, clutch in, roll onto the gas. So a little bit of blip. So you can see previously when we were practicing just our normal rev matching, so our fourth to third with no brake, so clutch in, you're finding out how much gas you need to transition into the next lower gear. And keep in mind that everything we're doing right now is in the lower part of the rev range, so from 4,000 and below. Once you get from 4,000 and above and you're heel towing or rev matching down, you need a lot more throttle input to select a lower gear. So let me show you what that looks like. So third gear, there's a really tight turn up here, and we're gonna go into second, and we're near red line, brake, see how much more throttle we needed right there? We'll carry second, shift up, even go into fourth, heel toe to third right here, a little bit of brake. This isn't how I normally drive, but just make little games with yourself. Say, hey, like that tree up there, I want to heel toe from fourth to third right there, or third to second. Let's say by this no stopping sign, I want to heel toe to second gear. Great, you did it right there, and now add some more gas. No one's behind us. You're not in a rush. Upshift to third. go to fourth. Now this left turn up here is going to be a second gear turn. So we're going to heel toe from fourth to third to second, okay? And we're going to go light on the brake the whole time. So first, third, second. Clutch in, third. Clutch in, fourth. This right kink up here, I want to be in third gear. Now I don't need any brakes, so all I'm going to do is just do a little rev match. Great. Don't be afraid to engine brake. We got some people here. Give them some respect. Give them a little second gear. They're probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Just cruising along. I want you to use as many gears as you can. You know, go hop into six, okay? You're gonna see how much this is like bogging down. You have pretty much no power. So give it a little rev match to fifth right now. It's a tiny little blip. We're low in the RPM range. You probably only need a little tiny little dab of the throttle. That's all we needed. Go into fourth. Rev match the fourth. Okay, third. Second. And you can see the lower we go in the gear, the more throttle we need to do that rev match. I'm not going to talk about how to drive like fast manual in this video. I want you guys to cover these basics first, and then we can kind of hop into that. So I'm glad you're, all coming along for the ride. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everyone new to the channel. Please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or you want a specific video, feel free to drop it below. I'm really trying to, helping the Porsche community out. I really love these cars. It's back to Porsche basics. There's no electronic assist really in this car. You got PSM, but I keep it off. Find yourself a favorite road that you can just keep doing laps on. What's one thing as well? Find a little circuit. Keep doing laps. It could be literally around a parking lot, and you just keep practicing your heel toe, okay? And your rev match. Up here, I want to be in third gear. I won't touch the brake. Clutched in, put it in gear, dab the throttle. Once the revs popped up, I took the clutch out. All right, I'm gonna heel toe to second. Red line, we'll hold second gear. Match to second. I'm in fourth. I want to be in third for up here. Slower rev match. Let's do a heel toe to second. Scrub some speed off. Second gear is good for right here. A little bit of brake. Look through the turn. Add some gas. shift up, shift up. There's no race, there's no trophies, you know. Absolutely beautiful out here, middle of nowhere. Very lucky where we live. Bienvenidos, viva la Mexico. Red match the 4th, red match the 3rd. Rev match the 3rd, clutch in, 3rd gear, gas, release the clutch. Here's a stop sign up here. So yeah, one option is clutch in, go to neutral, okay? And now you can just apply the brake until you reach the stop sign. That's what we're gonna do. All right, give you a wiggle jiggle. Turn signal, a little left and right, clutch in, 1st gear. A little bit of gas, let the clutch out slow, no rush, okay? Clutch in, 2nd gear, slow in the clutch. 3rd gear, slow in the clutch. This is a lightweight flywheel with a stock clutch. You know, when you have the dual mass flywheel, you get a lot more compliance with shocking the engine. You know, you don't want to really be slamming that clutch out with a lightweight flywheel. Just take my word for it. Red match the 3rd. Little throttle. 4th. Heel toe to 3rd, slow down. Again, we're covering a little bit of that brake and rolling on the gas. Honestly, I mean, feel free to put it in neutral and just cover the brake and just get used to that. And then if you're, you know, if you're in a situation where you're in neutral, oh my God, like what gear do I put it in? I'm at 32 miles an hour, I don't know. Okay, just put the clutch in. I'm gonna say 3rd, little blip, and I let the clutch out slow. You're gonna find over time what gear works best for each speed. Let's do a heel toe by this school stop sign. That's what I like to do, you know, you find little things in the road and you can play a little game with yourself. So right now we're about to stop. We'll put it in neutral. Brake to neutral, that's what I call it, all right? Here we go. We're in traffic. So I'm on a little hill right now. So I'm rolling backwards, okay? So what am I gonna do? Clutch in, 1st gear. While those revs are a little high, I'm just releasing the clutch really slow. I'm letting that momentum of the engine pull me away, okay? And it's slow on that clutch. It's like, hey, like, do I have enough momentum on the engine? I'm just testing it with that clutch right there with a very slow release. All right, now I'm just crawling, okay? Clutch to to 0. And you can see I'm just feathering that clutch and throttle. I'll let this guy go. Put in 6, cruise along. Why not? Rev match the 5th. Rev match the 4th. Rev match the 3rd. Rev match the 2nd. You saw for that 2nd gear I needed a lot more gas. And then if you want to, go ahead and punch it. Trail brake, off the brake, 2nd gear, rev match. I hope this video has helped you out. If it has, let me know in the comment below. I know it's probably a long video, but hey, you know, we're just kind of along for the ride. I'm trying to talk to you through it, get you used to the mechanics, the ins and outs. So let's do a heel toe to 2nd gear for this left-hand turn. All right. We're braking the whole time, even pressure. Keep it in 2nd for these little tight turns. Tight turn. Look through the turn. Keep it in 3rd. Rev match the 2nd. I say we go rip it down this road right here. Let's see what we can do. Big brake, heel toe to 3rd. Keep it in 3rd, a little bit of brake. Trail brake. When I trail brake, when you start to trail brake on the road, you're just very light on the brake. Nothing crazy. Don't jab the brake or else you're gonna have a bad time. Get our white balance back. Heel toe to 2nd. Heel toe to 2nd. Power out. School zone. Drop it into neutral. Maybe even a little quiet on the exhaust. Watch how quiet this rev match is in the 3rd. You didn't even hear it. 2nd, didn't even hear it. Let's put the exhaust on now. Sure. Look at this. Woohoo! now I'm in 6th gear. I kind of want to be in 4th for all this, so I'm going to rev match the 5th and 4th, maybe even a little 3rd. No brake. And we're just cruising along. I think up here I want to be in 2nd gear, maybe. I'll keep 3rd. Little bump. Play around with the gears, you know, 4th to 3rd. Wherever you want. It's your world. It's your car. It's a beautiful day. Second gear. Heel toe. Fourth gear, calm it down. 5th gear. 6th gear, cruising along. Want to go back to 3rd gear, 5th, 4th, 3rd. Now I'm in the power band. Power band for these cars is like 4.5 and above. You can see why I'm not driving fast at this hour of the day. I thought, you know, with the sun out, it'd be a good time to shoot this video for a little heel toe action. Nothing crazy. You gotta know when to drive. You gotta know when to drive, where to drive, what to drive. Absolutely love this car. Makes all the right noises. Manual, bucket seats, light. 2,800 pounds. Makes all the right noises. I don't think I'd overtake right here. I might actually. Second gear, brake, heel toe, carry the brake, gas, brake, trail brake a tiny bit, load the front, a little bit of gas, trail brake, a little bit of heel toe to second. All right, guys, that's gonna end it for our video today. I'm gonna go peel off into the sunset. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, drop it down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We're gonna have a little with the, your right foot is an instrument. Heel toe. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Huh?